Okay, so I gotta preface. This is my opinion, all right? Because I already know what's gonna happen. Some of y'all at the beginning of this, you'll be like, "Oh, this is fine. This is fine." Like, okay, all right, yeah, it's your opinion. This is your list. I get it. And then when the list is done, I'm gonna have some people that wanna kill me at the end of this. Okay, I like almost every Pokemon. Almost every Pokemon. Some of them more than others. That's why we have this list, right? So, anyways, I don't think anything I say is going to make this any better. So, I'm going to just preface with starter Pokemon. All right? Starter Pokemon, most of us, if not all of us, have our favorite. Some of us have our favorite type of starter Pokemon. Some of us choose the grass starter, others the water, others fire. I don't really care personally. I don't have a preference. I'm one of those guys that I just picked whichever one I thought. I like the evolution line. All right. So some boundaries and rules before we start. I'm judging this mostly on the final evolution. I'm taking somewhat their like basic and mid evolutions into account, but it's mostly the final evolution because that's the part you use the most. And I don't know. I thought that one was more fair because I think with the other Pokemon lists, like when I get to typings, like my favorite electric types, my favorite steel types, I'll talk more about like the evolutions. Well, a lie. No, that might have been a lie. That might have been a lie. I might not do that. But yeah, I'm usually talking about the final form of the Pokemon, the perfect cell form. But yeah, so with that being said, let's jump right in, all right? Number 5, Chestnut. I like Chestnut. I know some people that really don't like Chestnut. I can understand why you don't like Chestnut because of it's big. Is that why? Are you fat? Are you body shaming Chestnut? All right, that's not cool. But actually, the reason why I like Chestnut, I kind of like the whole knight, mage, and rogue theme we had going on in Kalos. I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw the trailer for X and Y, I liked Chespin the most. I wanted Chespin. That slowly changed when I saw Greninja, and I was like, oh, never mind. But it's not like I didn't like Chestnut. Like Chespin was cool. Then it evolved, and I was like, ooh. But then it evolved again. I was like, oh, okay. But Chestnut he was nice. I like the grass fighting look, and I like the fact that it took away from this firefighting theme we were doing and kind of gave grass a little needed attention and kind of something different. Like I like the fact it has spiky shield. Spiky shield is a really cool signature move. There's not really much to this pick, if I'm being honest. Like, I kind of just look at it from like a design and usage wise. I could talk about competitive. It's good competitively. It's nice. Pretty strong on the physical side. It has wood hammer. I think it has wood hammer. Does it have wood hammer? I think it has wood hammer. Wait, hold on. I have this list on my phone, so I can actually check to see. Wait, it has hammer on. Does it not have? Oh, it does have wood hammer. It has wood hammer. That's pretty cool. There's only, I think, one other grass starter that has that. So, speaking of, number 4, Torterra. Now, Torterra, I have a lot of nostalgia for. I know some people will be like, oh, it's crap competitively. Can't do much because ice just destroys it. Yeah, so I still like it. I know some people that love Torterra that will they will say, oh, Torterra's slow, but if you invest into the EVs, it's so fast. I'm like, yeah, that kind of goes for most Pokemon, so I don't know what you mean by that. But I don't like Torterra to the degree where I'd be like, oh, it's the best Pokemon if you just use your stats right. I'm like, well, no, but I love Torterra mostly because I kind of grew up with Gen 4 and Platinum and stuff, and that was my first kind of, not introduction to Pokemon. I watched the cartoon or the anime way early on, but it was like the first game I really like played. So I had a lot of nostalgia with Torterra. I just really like it. You know, I like the continental thing. I think it's super cool. It reminds me of lion turtles, like from Avatar and stuff. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen that, but yeah, I think it's sick. It's the first grass starter to have wood hammer, and I think grass ground in theory is a really cool type combination. It makes sense for its design. I mean, it looks like, it's a continent, right? I just feel like its stats make sense too. Like its defense is strong and its attack is pretty high. Its speed is slow because it's a turtle. They could have made it a lot slower, which thank you Game Freak for not doing that. But I don't know. I like Torterra. It's sick. And Turtwig is so cute. I love Turtwig. And Grotto. I actually think that evolution line is one of the best, if not, not the best, but one of the best of like all the grass starters. But again, I'm not really talking about their evolution lines too much. I just think Torterra is really awesome, and I love it for nostalgia. Number 3, Decidueye. This one's kind of recent, and I feel like some people will be like, you're edgy. Well, no, but a little bit. I like Decidueye because I actually really didn't like Rowlet, and it wasn't going in a really good route until Decidueye happened. And I looked at Decidueye and I was like, you know what? You're pretty cool. I didn't choose him as my starter, but I liked it. I think for Grass Ghost, it was nice. I still think Trevenant is one of the best Grass Ghost combinations we've gotten. Like, I think for what I expected for Grass Ghost, it's probably Trevenant's probably the one that makes the most sense. Like a haunted tree, obviously. I think Leaf Edge is cool. What is it called? It's like its ghost thing. Its signature move, I think it's a ghost move. It is, let me see here. Spirit Shackle. How does that work again? Spirit Shackle. Oh yeah, switching out. So, I mean, it hits pretty hard. It's nice. It's cool. It's edgy. It has like the ninja. Oh, I like the archer thing. That's actually, I think, what made me really like it. I have a little bit of a pet peeve. I know some people have like, it really bothers them. With me, it doesn't bother me too much. But the hoodie strap, why'd you do that, Nintendo? Why? Like, why was that? Who made that decision, and why are they still working with you? That's not a good idea. I don't know. I thought that was a little much, but I mean, it kind of works. I don't care that much, but the fact that it does go like that, and like it's a teenager. What? I like the archer aspects of it. I don't like the teenager parts of it. Oh, also, FYI, if I'm talking about a starter, I'm also going to talk about its other forms. So its form in Arceus, the Hisuian form, I think it's what it's called. I don't like it. Personally, it's not my thing. I like the idea of going from archer to samurai, like you're doing a melee thing now, like from range to melee. It's a cool idea. I just personally didn't like it. I mostly for the colorway. I didn't like the colorway, and the arms were just a little too stubby for me. I feel like, I don't know, interesting design choice, but definitely was one of my least favorite, like, starter alternate forms. This also goes for megas and like Ultramax forms, but I mean like they're just Gigamax, sorry, like Gigantamax forms, like they're just larger, so I'm not really gonna take that into consideration. But I mean, I guess if you want, but like the ones that have megas, so that's only 3, but I'm taking those into consideration a little bit, not too much, but it's there. So yeah, not a fan of his form in Arceus, and I think that's partially why he wasn't number 2. I would have actually probably put him at number 2, but he's number 3 now because of that. Number 2 is, this is controversial, but number 2 is Superior. Okay, I know some people are looking at me with a lot of judgment. Let me explain. Okay, I like Gen 5. I like Gen 5 a lot. I know it's not a lot of people's favorite gen, but I feel like it's, let's be honest, it's probably one of the best gens because it gave us it gave us the second most amount of Pokemon we've ever gotten in a generation. It gave us an actual good story. But sorry, there was dust. There's nothing about that actually, like, explains why I like Superior. It's just I like those games. But the reason I like Superior is kind of not related too much to the Pokemon. I always liked this design. I thought it was cool. I like Snivy. I like Servine. I like Superior. That whole lineup, it makes sense. It looks good. The thing I also like about it is that like this whole non-appendage look. I think for a starter, I was kind of waiting for that. Like it feels different enough. You know what I mean? Like I really like an original and different idea with Pokemon. So that's why I think Superior just catches my eye when it comes to like if I look at all the starters, none of them look like Superior. Like most of them don't look like Superior. There's like maybe like one now that probably looks like it, but very minimal. Like all of them kind of have like humanoid looks, and I'm like, I don't rock with that. But actually, the thing I like about it, well, the thing that turned me to Superior more after a while was actually not anything relating to the Pokemon. It was its hidden ability. So the problem is Superior was kind of one of those Pokemon. It's just a basic grass type. It's fast, which was cool to see a grass type that, since Sceptile was fast, but it had high defenses. I was like, this is weird. But its offense was eh. So it kind of made it a little tough to use. Once they did Contrary as its hidden ability, things got interesting. So if you don't know what Contrary does, Contrary basically any move that decreases a stat, it does the opposite. And this also goes like for any move that increases your stat, it does the opposite as well. So basically, you know how like superpower or what's a good example that everyone knows? Well, superpower lowers your attack and defense, but like a good one is Leaf Storm. So Leaf Storm decreases your special attack by 2, like 2 ways down. So that's pretty bad. Yeah, it's kind of like I'm trying to find an example that people would get. Because that's kind of a later mechanic. I'm trying to figure out something like a early move that I feel like a lot of people use. I can't think of it. Or like close combat. Close combat reduces your attack, I'm pretty sure. Point is, with Superior, it increases instead. So Leaf Storm is the perfect move for that, where Leaf Storm, what it does is normally it hits really hard. Like it's as strong as like a Hyper Beam. But they always have like a cost. So instead of recharge, it lowers its special attack by a lot. In this case, it's like it's like a grass type Draco Meteor. In this case, because of Superior being faster, you can set up your special attack way higher. Another cool thing is that I think it also gets a Dragon type move, and that's kind of like, oh, it gets Outrage. Well, you're not going to use that. I mean, you might. Oh, wait, no, Dragon Pulse. That's what it was. So, like, you have Dragon Pulse, you'd usually get, like, lots of special moves, and then a Leaf Storm to just, like, destroy. Like, once you get one Leaf Storm off, basically your Superior can just sweep the whole team. So, it's great. I ended up using it a few times, and I was like, you know what? It made me like the Pokemon more. Again, it's kind of a cheat because it's like, doesn't really have anything to do with the Pokemon. I think a little because it's stats and everything. But like I said, if it didn't have Contrary, I probably would have put it at 5th place. Maybe 4th. Probably 4th. I probably would have put it at 4th. Because even though I have nostalgia with Torterra, I probably would have liked Superior more just because of design. I just really like the design and like the speed, the concept of everything. Even though I'm a really big Gen 4 fan, I gotta appreciate like Superior in terms of what it gives me. I know I went on I went on a lot on that whole like rant about Superior. I just wanted to explain it because I know a lot of people would be like, number 2, number 2, like, yeah, like not Venusaur, no, like not Sceptile, no, yeah, no, I got Superior at number 2. Now, number 1. Speaking of Sceptile or speaking of Venusaur, neither of them are on the list. Now, before you kill me and before you click off, I'm putting Rillaboom as my favorite grass type starter. Now, I know that's not really the problem. The problem is I don't have Venusaur or Sceptile, and I know that's going to get a lot of people hating on me. Let me explain myself. Venusaur is really nice. I love Bulbasaur. I love Ivysaur. Venusaur is cool. Mega Venusaur is awesome. I don't care what anyone says. But I think if it weren't for Mega Venusaur and like it being a first generation Pokemon, Venusaur is okay. It's okay. I also forgot the Hoenn starters have Megas too, but that doesn't really change my decision. Yeah. So I'm gonna just say that like I'm not a Gen 1er, obviously, but I don't think that you should not like Venusaur if you're not a Gen 1er. I think for me, Venusaur is really, really cool. I really like Venusaur. Do I like it more than Chestnut? Design wise and what it can do, not really. I think Chestnut hits harder. It looks cooler, like more unique. If we're just talking base, like Mega Venusaur looks cooler than Chestnut, but I'm not gonna give it the win just because of Mega Venusaur. That's because it's a Gen 1 Pokemon and it got hype and it got what it needed. So I kind of just left it alone. I was like, well, if I'm not gonna put it above Chestnut, then I have to put it off the list, unfortunately. And I know that's why I started all of this, but this is my opinion. You guys can put down your list down below. All right, don't hate me. Now Sceptile is a different thing. So Sceptile I loved. It used to be my favorite starter. Mega Sceptile's great. I like that we got Grass Dragon, but I still don't. I still have the same problem, and that's after a while I got over Sceptile, and I think it had. I don't know. I don't know what it was, guys. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what it was. I think it's just. It felt like I didn't know what I wanted from this guy. Like he's fast. Sceptile is so fast. But what do you do with Sceptile, really? Like, what do you do with Sceptile? When I have him, or her, it can be either, but not assuming gender here. But if we're being honest, I like a Pokemon that, especially a starter, that I feel like it fits a role and I know what I can use it for. Sceptile just has me guessing. I just don't know what to do with Sceptile. So it kind of I lost its glamour and I was like, wow, you're really kind of cool. You got blades on your arms and you got like a cool tail and like a dragon reptile kind of look. But what do like Focus Blast, Leaf Storm, or do I do Leaf Blade? And I don't know. I have no idea. And especially if I'm just playing for fun too. Sceptile just throws me off. It throws me off now. And when I saw its Mega, I was like, oh, Dragon. It didn't really change much. Like it changed. Like now it has Stab. Now its Dragon type moves hit harder because it's same type, attack bonus. But it didn't change much personally in terms of how I use it. I was just kind of like, oh, I tried it for a little bit, and then I was like, yeah, Mega Blaziken's better. I mean, it just is. I don't know. I feel like abilities probably could have saved it. Maybe. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what to do with Sceptile. So I just kind of... Sceptile was an easier decision for me to be like, I'm not going to put you in the top 5 because back in the day, I would have had in my top 5 starters, which I will do that after I go through all the types. But now, no, I think around, I don't know, when I was like 11 or 12, I kind of started changing my mind. I was like, I probably still would have had it in the top 5, but like just at 5th place. And then right after, I was like, more starters started showing up, and I was like, no. Anyways, that's enough about those two. Let's talk about number 1. All right, Rillaboom. It's the most recent starter, which seems kind of weird. Now, at first, I was a Cinderace guy. I still like Cinderace, but after a while, when I realized what Rillaboom can do, it has a priority grass move. Its stats are great. I mean, there's a lot you can talk about it, and its design really grew on me. I feel like the drum is still something I kind of have to get used to, but man, I love the hair, dude. I love the hair. I love the design. Its shiny looks cool. I just want to get a quick look at it again. Yeah, like it's got like a maroon, like kind of brown, and then it has like a lighter green. I don't know. It looks good. Like stat wise, it's balanced. It hits hard. It hits really hard. And design wise, I think evolution, Thwacky is really cool. Like Thwacky is really cool. Grookey, it wasn't the one I was looking at, to be honest. I think Score Bunny is one of the sickest basic starter Pokemon. Easy. Like easy. If I had to do a tier list, it's up there. Like it's probably like way up there. But yeah, I don't know. Rillaboom just I was like, like at first I was gonna put it at 2nd, but then I was like, I mean, you're better than the Decidueye, easily, to me, and you're better than the Superior, obviously. I think, and I'm not taking a Gigantamax form into account too. Like I was like, I think you easily beat Venusaur and Sceptile in terms of like what you just do on your own and how much of an impact you make. And like design wise, it's more creative. Like there's more details and stuff to it, and that's not fair because obviously Pokemon has changed over the years. You know, expectations get higher, creative liberties start getting taken, and things start to become like, you know, demands get higher of like, hey, let's create like a more unique starter for people. But yeah, I don't know. Rillaboom, they nailed it, man. They nailed it. At first, I was like, sure, you know, it'd be like in my top five, like maybe top three. But after a while, it really grew on me. I was like, you know what, this guy, he wrecks, he wrecks. Plus, actually, the stuff he can do, I mean, he's pretty diverse. You know, you got Fake Out, Dream Punch, Knockoff, a bunch of different things. I don't want to talk about competitive too much because that's not what this is for. This is also like my own subjective opinion on like, I talk about its design, it's really cool. I would talk about the anime, but I stopped watching it once Gen 5 was coming to an end, so yeah, that doesn't really have a part to play anymore. And but I don't know, in terms of overall, like its evolution line, it's pretty cool. Like I said, Grookey to me is just a little like pudgy, so I'm just like, maybe you can make it like a little like more different. But Thwackey looks cool. Really gives me like Charmeleon vibes in a way where it's the cool middle evolution. But yeah, that's my list. Comment down below what you thought. Roast it however you want. That's what we're here for. This is just to give you guys some insight, you know? I think this top 5 stuff is really fun. I didn't think it would be this long. I actually was aiming for half the length of this video. I didn't want it to be 20 minutes. Normally these top 5s will probably be like 10 minutes long. But yeah, I'll try to make it short and quick on the other ones. It's just because of Venusaur and Sceptile. I knew people were going to kill me for that. But yeah, so next will be fire. Normally I'd ask you guys like which one you want, water or fire starter next, but I'll do it in order. So I'll do grass, then fire, then water, and then I'll do top 5 favorite starters, and then we'll get into the typings. Then I'll leave it up to you guys. Then I'll be like, okay, which typing do you want to see? So with that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe, hit the like button and the bell to support more Pokemon videos on the channel. Top 10s, all that stuff, top 5s, other Pokemon videos I'll do in the future. I hope you guys take care and enjoy the video. Take care, peace, and goodbye.